Okay, we're on the south side of the house. The home, the structure, faces east. So we're on the south side of this retaining wall right here. Usually, and it's out of my wheelhouse, but usually whoever has the high ground is responsible for the retaining wall. So that might be you. If a retaining wall is more than twice its height, 45, twice its height, away from the structure, then in theory, it should not have any effect on the structure, on the foundation, or anything like that. And therefore, this retaining wall is beyond the scope of the inspection. That said, it seems to be performing well. Seems to be performing well. All these bushes from Hillbilly Home Inspection, all these bushes should be cut away from the house. It's conducive to wood destroying insects. Our roof system has continuous soffit vents. Double pane, I think these are metal frame windows. I'll find out. We'll talk about those later. All these bushes should be cut back. Gas enters the south side of the house. I don't see any electric bonding. There is a pest control system integrated into the wall system. I don't know if this is damaged or what. Again, beyond this scope. That doesn't treat for termites, but all your common pests, it does. I'm told that when you have a bubulous valve like this, that it has a vacuum breaker installed in it. That's what I'm told. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. My method. No vacuum breaker apparent in the front yard. Then this crepe myrtle, I get they're ornamental, I get it. The tree shouldn't be closer to a slab foundation. Like yesterday, I seen some baby crepe myrtles. And this is what they're going to grow up to be. By the way, I know that I've got clients in the same family looking at two houses. So if they share that, it's yay. Rain gutters are leaking after seams. And I'm wondering if these rain gutters were replaced at the same time the roof covering was. I'm wondering, because they last about the same. Roofs last about 14 years. Rain gutters last about 14 years. So a tree shouldn't be closer than 25 feet to a foundation, because carpenter ants can use that as a bridge to get to the house, because the branches can tear up the roof, because the roots can cause damage to the foundation. For those reasons. And this is a wood destroying insect report. This is a wood I'm also doing that. I'm hired to perform a wood destroying insect report. So this wood mulch next to the house, okay, that's conducive to wood destroying insects. What do termites like? Dead wood. What's mulch? Dead wood. Where do termites live? In the ground. Where do you put the wood mulch? On the ground next to the house. Just saying. Coming along, exterior light fixtures should be sealed. That's GMC. I protected. I tested before. I tested this before. The door looks a little rough. The door looks a little rough right there. But yeah, I rang the doorbell and I heard it. And the tenants, occupants, residents, sellers answered the door. We got a parge coat around the house. Parge coat around the house right here. It's like a cake frosting. Just because it's cracked, it's decorative. Doesn't mean your foundation's cracked. Do you think termites can get up through there unseen? I have to call that a conducive condition. I have to. I was instructed to by the Texas Structural Pest Control Board. These screens are a little worse for wear. And some of them look worse than that. Moving on along. Actually. Hey, I'm dropping stuff. What am I doing? crack. Okay, so you see my method. See my advertising. There's the main sewer cleanouts, like we talked before. Hopefully that's the main water shutoff valve, but I wasn't able to see that. We talked about that before, but in a video before. You'll see it in a little bit. Again, wood mulch next to the house. Rain gutter's too close. See a crack like this? Okay, those are called shrinkage cracks. Some people call them corner pops. Call it what you will. But what happens is with the brick, you'll never see this. It's the only part of your house that actually grows in the foundation. You'll never see this or measure that either. It's the only part that actually shrinks. We have plastic that goes around the edge because brick is porous. Home ownership 101. All roofs leak, all walls leak. We design them to shed water faster than they accept it. So we have this flashing that comes out to help direct through the weep holes, for example. Helps direct water out from the wall system. Well, the plastic never goes to the corner. Bricks expand and contract at different rates than the foundation does. And then these corner pops happen. If they're in the span of a hand, alright, we don't know whose hand, span of a hand, and they go back in this direction. It could be a brick problem, holding a brick up, because a brick's a fascia, it's a wood house, wood stick house. So, I mean, there's times when it would be prudent and good to, fix that. But you're not fixing a foundation problem. Now, if you have cracks over here, how about this one? Just backtrack. You have cracks over here, that could be a foundation problem. I don't think it is. I think it's the parge coat. But you know what? Just because your parge coat is a decorative coat that goes around the edges, just because your parge coat's cracked doesn't mean your foundation's cracked. And just because it's not cracked doesn't mean your foundation's not cracked either. And if it is cracked, who's to say whether or not, we don't know, we do not know whether the foundation might be cracked there. It's just not unknown. We're going to measure it. These are called control joints, expansion joints, a lot of people call them. Call them what you will. They're like these joints out in the street. We expect the street to move. We don't want crazy cracks all over the street. We don't want crazy cracks all over our brickwork either. So every so often, usually about 20 feet, we have these control joints, expansion joints, you can call it what you will. But they're filled with a mastic sealer. It gets dry and cracks. And this one, I mean, it's not good. It's good enough to write up. I'm writing it up. But we got a worse one. Moving on along. On our continuous soffit vents. Now you look over here, see these two pipes coming out. We're on the north side of the house. We're above the HVAC systems. These two pipes coming out. The reason why they're over a window, that's your emergency drain lines for your air conditioning system. If water's coming out of those, you know you have a problem. Now, it looks like water has been coming out of them. You can see the rust around both of them. Now the one on our right, the one on the right, that would be the west side of this window. Okay, it doesn't extend through the soffit enough. It should extend through the soffit a little more. Just saying. Moving on along. Because of the framing around this door, we do not have a lintel because it's wood. So, yesterday we had lintel comments. Today, I'm just talking for no good reason. But we got some separation on this vertical door casement here. Oh, there we go. Some separation on this vertical door casement here. There's definitely some movement here in the garage. Check that out. That's about the only, I'm still looking, but that's about the only obvious movement I've seen. The parge coat crack notwithstanding. I think I did this already. Alright. Lawn sprinkler heads should not be closer than 12 inches to a structure. This one's a little worse for wear. Well, about the same as the other side. We got holes. We definitely have holes. Should be resealed. Just as far as all. Another corner pop. Shrinkage crack. Alright, water heater discharges too high from the ground. Lawn sprinkler head's too close. We got some bait stations here. Lavatory pedestal. This is the vent for the fireplace, fresh air. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'd be writing it up if it wasn't there. But I don't get to do that. But what I do get to write about, you see this rain gutter? So it discharges right on top of the roof. And I mentioned it earlier. And then when the flashing comes down, we don't have kick-out flashing right here. And the rain gutter is supposed to stop and butt in. It's supposed to be a 2-inch gap. In some places we have it around here. It's supposed to have a 2-inch gap and then a kick-out flashing right there. And then it'd be nice if that rain gutter had been turned into this gutter, but then I wouldn't have anything to write about. You say, wow. Okay, so again, light fixture should be sealed. Rain gutter too close, no kick-out flashing. Rain gutter button too close, no kick-out flashing. Moving on along, all these bushes need to be cut back away from the house. Oh, there we go. We can still talk. Can we talk? We got some loose glazing strips. And the glazing strips are cracking. These windows are original to the structure, original to the house. They're starting to show signs of their age. And they'll do that. So they're starting to crack a little bit. I thought I saw a better example. Yeah, I did. Right over here. So these are all cracking and stuff. Hello, it's your home inspector. Hello, Mr. Home Inspector. Okay, rain gutter discharges too close to the house. All these bushes are too close to the house. This is the bathroom vent fan. Let's look at that. Let's look at this. Any snakes in here? I hope not. Ooh, look at that big old buggy. Man, you are impressive. Man, he's a monster. Okay, that screen just needs to be picked up a little bit.